Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 779, and it will be just a short or brief summary of Monday, the start of this new week, and a day off from our usual sauna business operations. So it started quite usual. We dropped Julian at school for the normal day, and then we drove to Merva Beach to kind of do something different or do the walk in a different environment. Well, it was still a beach, but we spent so much time in Rosnaula that it's nice to just differentiate a little bit. So we parked in a quite unusual place because most of the time we go either to the main car park or just a side road car park beside the wild entrance through the dunes. But this time we went via Golf Club Road, and we parked in a small inlet that leads to the forest, and we started from there towards the golf club. Then we crossed the dunes, and along the way we split. Elizabeth kept going to make a full loop, while I played a little bit with Neo with the drone, captured a little bit of footage, tested a couple of things, and then cut through the forest to the place where I parked the car, and we met there. We saw a couple of squirrels, which was nice to see, and then we just returned home. Afterwards, I decided to still go to the forest to check for mushrooms, because it was a nice day and quite warm, so I was expecting to maybe find something. And the plan was to go to Ini, but eventually I drove towards the wind farm and Lehani. I went to the forest there. I actually recorded yesterday's episode from the forest, so you can check that up. I didn't find many mushrooms, but just enough to add up to this morning trip and get some decent meal out of it. But I think plenty of people went through, or someone who really likes to come through the forest for mushrooms went there, because what I usually see is just animal tracks, but this time it was really stepped over. The grass was down in so many places, and it was definitely a human doing, not the animals. So once I finished that, I went back straight to school, picked Julian up, and went back home. Then we made the dinner, and that was pretty much our day. We then watched a little bit of things, but I believe I did one thing in between after our trip to Merva. And before I went to Lehani, I went to a hardware store to get the wood for the sauna, and I also went to the new cafe, which is 550 or 550, I think. That's what it's called. It's a new cafe. I was there once. I met the owner and was there second time. And why I mention it is because he spoke to me about potential collaboration with the sauna. So he wants to do some form of a combination of coffee and sauna at his site. So we'll see how it goes. I don't have any clear idea how it should look like, but we might make it work. Especially that he also has some hurling club, so sports people are more likely to need the sauna, and there is a gym nearby, so there are facilities potentially and people that could use the sauna. So we'll see how it goes. For now, that's it. It's a fairly short one. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Stay tuned and see you again tomorrow for quite interesting episode.